Hello, Chem 100. Welcome back. Today, right now, we are going to draw and label a diagram of a titration setup. So this is going to be based on the video that you just watched of the equipment demonstration, as well as some of the terminology that you learned in the PowerPoint presentation. So let's draw it together. Okay, just like you saw in the most recent video, we have this big long tube, this big long glass tube that has a really thin little opening at the end, and it's got a little thing right there to control the flow. And it's got lines on it. In real life, it has a lot more lines, but do we really want to draw them? No. Okay, and then we have a container down here that the liquid is flowing into. I drew that way bigger than it actually is. All right, and this has already got some liquid down there. So, let's label it. Now we've got a liquid level right here. So this piece of glassware is associated with this arrow and this blank space for you to label. Now this arrow represents the liquid inside this piece of glassware. And then this arrow will refer to this piece of glassware right here. And this arrow refers to the liquid inside. So, use pencil so that you're not afraid to make educated guesses, and pause this video and try and label this diagram. Don't worry about getting it right or wrong. We will go over it. So now that you've had a chance to label the diagram, let's go over it together. So, as you remember in the video that you watched, this is called a burette. Okay, and the funny thing about a burette is that it's labeled 0.00 milliliters up here and 50.00 milliliters down here. It's upside down. And that's because we don't really care how full it is. We care how much has emptied out. Okay, so inside this burette is our titrant. Now, the titrant is, of course, of known concentration. Now, depending upon the way you do your calculations, you may or may not even care what the concentration is, but we'll show you how that works later. And this titrant is going to be our EDTA. All right. And so down here, this piece of glassware, I hope you remember, is called an Erlenmeyer flask. We've used this a couple times before, and just a quick note, it is great for swirling. Great for mixing a solution by swirling, which you'll have to do pretty much constantly throughout this process. Right, and last but not least, we have our analyte, which is an unknown concentration Ooh, that ran out of room there. And that is going to be your calcium in your water sample. Now make sure that you bring this sheet with you to lab. That will help you get set up and help you understand as you move along. Thanks for watching.